And here's the real idea I want you to write down and highlight and sing from the mountaintops, which is each day you do something small but brave. You are changing your perception of reality and you're changing your perception of yourself. Every time you do something small and difficult and daring, I call them micro wins and micro bravery, little acts of daring and challenging what you think is possible. Each time you do that, you not only are shaping and recreating what's possible, your sense of reality, your intimacy with the truth and how powerful and beautiful the world really is, but you are, get this please, it's important, each time you do something small and difficult and daring, you're starting to rewire your self-identity. The way you live in the outer world is a reflection of your relationship with your inner world. As your self-identity, through little acts of daring done quietly each and every day, as you do that with consistency, because consistency is the mother of mastery, you are starting to rewire and upgrade your self-identity, which is really where I started, your relationship with your best self, your heroic self. You are starting to dissolve your egoic self. It atrophies, just like a muscle. If you don't use a muscle, it will dissolve and degrade and atrophy. I want your egoic self, that fearful part of you, that dishonest part of you, and I want to be clear, when I say dishonest, I mean it's not the truth. It's the part of you that was built up after you've left the perfection of childhood and picked up doubt and disbelief, and you tried something and maybe you failed, and so now you think the world isn't safe, and all of a sudden you've got this egoic self. But the true part of you is your heroic self, and for most of us, we've forgotten it. And the more each day you try new things and you dare and you practice micro bravery, which is simply the consistent doing of daily difficult things, not only does your egoic self start to atrophy, but your self-identity starts to grow, and you start building even more self-respect, and you start believing in yourself again. And here is another important point. The more you start doing difficult, small things, your willpower really will start growing beyond what you ever thought was possible. You say, okay, I'm going to get up a little bit earlier today, but the consistent doing of that difficult act gives you the power to start reading a little bit every night versus scrolling. And those two things, when done consistency, they're small and they're easy, but you will, trust me on this please, you will start feeling this hidden power starting to come alive. As your self-identity grows, you start to see yourself as the kind of person who gets up at 5 or who gets up at 4. And as it continues to grow, you start to feel this power. Where is it coming from? But it's because you're doing these small little difficult things every day. If you've been following my work for 20 years, you know I've been evangelizing a brain tattoo in my books and videos. Small daily, seemingly insignificant improvements, when done consistently over time, lead to stunning results. In other words, it's not what you do once a year that will make a difference. It's what you do every day. Let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. Your days are your life in miniature. And as you live each day, so you craft each life. All you need to do is be a great day creator. Just focus on building a great day each day. And then the days become weeks, the weeks become months, the months become years, the years become decades, the decades morph into your lifetime. Speaking about the power of one day and the importance of consistency, and remembering that the more consistent you are, the more you will build a hidden reservoir of willpower you never knew you imagined. And speaking of this, small acts of difficulty and discomfort, which are very easy to do, the more you do those little small acts, put down your device and even read 10 pages in a book, or get off the sofa and just go for a nature walk for 15 minutes. Or your place is a mess and you get up and you clean up the mess, because there is something to be said for order as a means for creativity and elite productivity. But the more you consistently do difficult but small things, I really want you to remember your self-identity and the way you see yourself starts to really become upgraded considerably. And if you keep on doing it, you get introduced with a whole new way of operating. The personal growth path is almost a series of little deaths. Who you can be tomorrow means you almost have to experience a death of who you were yesterday, a little death. And to get to who you can be a month from now, who you were a year from now must experience a little death so you can keep moving forward. And that's why personal development and leadership and evolving into your greatest self and handcrafting your richest life is not for the faint of heart. And that's why I really believe you are heroic.